G'day everybody, it's Master Yoda here. I hope you guys are all doing well. Title of today's video is How I Overcame or Defeated My Inkwell Depression. I did make a video about this before back on my previous channel, but just recently Goob321 left a comment on one of my videos. He said here, Master Yoda, I have been rejected for all of my 20s and so far I'm 25. Could you please make a video to talk about how to defeat inkwell depression? Yeah, we'll do it. It'll be my pleasure. Well, first I just want to put a little disclaimer out there. I'm not a mental health professional. I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist, and I don't want to give you any wrong information. And if any of you guys are really severely depressed and you start to have some some dark thoughts regarding self-harm, please get help immediately. If you have to admit yourself to hospital, please do that. Please don't do anything crazy. You know what I'm referring to. Yeah, but I've had I've had two nasty bouts of inkwell-induced depression. The first time was in 2004. How did I overcome it? Well, first of my career, I had a really great job, and I was working for this really great company, fantastic place. The management were really good. They treated the staff really well. They taught me a lot of stuff. I had good bosses. People I worked with were great. It was a fantastic company. We were doing really well. We were making a lot of money, and then after I was there for just over 5 years, and unfortunately we got taken over by another company, and the other company were a bunch of idiots. Actually, they were making less money than we were. They were losing money. We were making money. Yet my department gets made redundant. How does that work? But no, that's life. But no, that's how I distracted myself, my career, because I was in a job that I absolutely loved. I actually enjoyed going to work. It's actually fun to go to work. I loved it because you learn so many new things, and the people we work with were great bosses. Yeah, so that's one way I overcame. I distracted myself in my career. How else? My soccer playing. I used to play soccer, or the real football. I've already got stuck into that. That was a good distraction. My flight sim game. I'm not really much into computer games, but the one I really do like is Flight Simulator. I really got stuck into that. That was a good distraction. And of course, my escorts, my mature age ladies of the night. So that's how I overcame my depression in 2004. Um, yeah, I did. My doctor did prescribe me some antidepressants, but I didn't take them for very long, and I got off them pretty quickly. Then my next bout of depression. Now this one was much more serious. This was over during the pandemic in the years 2020 to 2021. Yeah, it was pretty bad back then, and it took me a lot longer to get over it. My doctor, my GP, did put me on both antidepressants and anxiety medication. I was on those with the antidepressants. I was on them for about 2 years, and I got off them. The anxiety medication, I was on them for a bit longer, just a bit over 2 years, and I eventually got off them as well. Um, yeah, but how did I get over my inkwell my inkwell induced depression back in 2021? In early 2022, in early 2022, I made a conscious decision to get better because let me tell you, depression is hell on earth. It's horrible, especially the one symptom of depression is insomnia, not being able to sleep. Oh my God, the insomnia I suffered during 2020 to 2021, it was just particularly in 2020, it was hell, absolute hell. I read somewhere that well, I mean, not that you ever do this, but when they torture people, which is a horrible thing to do, but they reckon one of the worst forms of torture is sleep deprivation, and they're not wrong. When you can't sleep, it's hell. It's absolutely hell. But my sleep is much better now. I don't. I got off my anxiety medication back in January of 2023, and I got off my antidepressants I think back around November 2022. But how did I get over it this time around? Yeah, as I said before, in early 2022, yeah, I made a really conscious decision. Look, I want to get better. So I started, instead of watching the news every day like I was during the pandemic, which completely bummed me up because let's face it, guys, during 2021, 2020 to 2021, you open the, you turn on the news, and it was just all bad, and it just bummed me out. It totally bummed me out. These days, I still keep up with the news just to keep up with the bare minimum, just the bare minimum. I don't follow religiously. So what I did in early 2022, I started watching a lot of funny movies, comedies, and when I went on YouTube videos, I didn't go on the serious political stuff. I just went on a lot of the comedy channels, and yeah, so I used comedy as a good form of as a good antidepressant, and it worked. Yeah. Also, my guitar playing, as many of you guys know, I took up the electric guitar as an older beginner back in 2016. I practice every day, even to this very day, and I really got stuck into that. That was a good distraction. Um, yeah, escorts, of course, mature age, my mature age, ladies at night. During 2021, I met some new mature age ladies at night, and I really clicked with them in bed. Yeah, so that was good. that was a good, that was a good antidepressant. But I think that what really helped me in late 2022, the Rehab Room, who used to be the former Inkwell TV, I think it's either his very first video or the second one. It's called "Deal with the Cards You Were Dealt With," and I have to say, this was the best antidepressant I've ever taken. Look, will it work for you? I don't know. Once again, I'm not a mental health professional. I don't want to give you any false or misleading information. But for me, it was probably the best antidepressant I've ever taken because in the video, it basically gave you that comfort and reassurance that your lack of luck with women and life in general is just not your fault. Don't beat yourself up over it because to be successful in this world, it really does come down to luck. It really does. I mean, look, a bit of a spoiler alert here in this video, which I'll put in the description below. Please watch it. It's great. It's probably one of the Rehab Room's best videos. I mean, he makes great videos. I sub to his channel and watch his videos all the time. His channel's fantastic. But in this video, he talked about Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft. Now, look, brilliant businessman, smart guy, super rich guy, obviously. He had a lot of luck in the sense that he came from a very powerful, rich, wealthy, well-connected family. His family was so rich that they were able to buy him, just for him, a computer room for him to learn on computers even before the universities got them. So he was given a big head start there in life that most people that simply don't have access to. Yeah, so, and look at Jeremy Meeks, the ex-convict. Was he successful because he's intelligent? Definitely not. No. Was he successful because he's a good person? No. I mean, even before, just prior to him being released from prison, women were simping for him. They were sending him money. And as soon as he gets released from jail, he lands himself a multi-million-dollar modelling contract and ends up marrying the daughter of a billionaire. Was that because he was smart or a good person? No, that was just luck. He was just lucky to be born with those good genes that women find attractive, and where he could make a modelling career out of it. That's just luck. Yeah, so it was a great video. That really, when I watched that video, I have to say that was the best antidepressant I've ever taken. After I watched that video, it was like taking a 500-kilogram boulder off my back. So it really was probably the best antidepressant I've ever taken. Yeah, because look, guys, your lack of luck with women and life in general, it's not your fault, and don't beat yourself up over it. That's not to say that you should just give up on life. No, obviously you should try and do your best, do the best you can. Have goals, have ambitions, try and be the best version of yourself you can possibly be. Always look at self-improvement. Nothing wrong with that. You should always do that. But just if you're going to embark on a journey of self-improvement, just remember two things: know your temper your expectations, and just know your limitations as a man. That's all. That's all. Yeah. So be ambitious. Try to do your best, but just you know, just know your limitations and just be realistic with yourself. Yeah, so that's basically how I overcame my depression. In 2004 was just basically just to summarise. In 2004 was my career, my soccer, my flight sim, and my escorts. In 2021, it was just not following the news like before. These days I just follow the bare minimum, but um, yeah, I just no, I don't follow the news anymore. Most of it's bullshit anyway. Yeah, just comedy. So in 20 to overcome the depression I suffered back in 2020, 2021, 2020, 2021, just comedy. Watch lots of funny movies, um, funny YouTube videos. My electric guitar playing, of course, I really got stuck into that. My escorts, my mature state of the night, and yeah, it's basically it. And also watching that video from the Rehab Room. And once again, I'm not a medical health professional, but look, if watching the video helps you, great. Um, yeah. Anyway, guys, that's all to say on the topic. If you'd like to leave your likes, comment, subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon. You guys have a great day. Bye for now.